Now, if you're wondering why the best riders in the world are so good at what they do, a lot of the time it comes down to some very basic skills done well. Now, you might have seen our recent beginner amateur pro video where Wyn Masters slightly dominated against the clock. But today we're joined by Wyn and our beginner and amateur, our very keen amateur, Harry Barrett, and the beginner, the biggest name in mountain biking, Jeffsy, to have a look at those basic skills done well. So, Wyn Masters, a top-level Enduro World Series and World Cup downhill racer, but maybe known as the man from the wheelie on the Wednesday.
Yeah, well, I've done the Wheelie Wednesday since 2014, so
Yeah.
been doing wheelies every Wednesday since then.
Wyn, you've won Enduro World Series back in 2017. Why, or if, is a wheelie of any use whatsoever to a mountain biker? What can it teach you?
I think it's one of the very first things you learn as a mountain bike, or should learn, Jeffsy. You've gone straight to the advanced part and missed out the wheelie, but it's like one of the first things you learn on your bike to really feel the balance of your bike and be able to control it differently to usual, and then you can take that sometimes to a trail. So
yeah, so there you go, folks. It's all about balance, and we're going to dive straight in with a masterclass of wheeling from Wyn, and then we're going to progress or regress, maybe in my terms, to the Laniel and the manual. But first of all, it's the wheelie. Right, Wyn, let's start off with the hardware side of things, mode and gear choice.
Well, I like to go with trail mode, as it's not as aggressive as boost, but it's still got that little bit to really pick the front up and hold it there. So it's a bit easier with the trail mode. And then gear choice, I'm in the 5th gear down on the back.
Okay.
And we're on like a not too steep of a hill here, but the steeper the hill gets, the easier the gear you want.
Right.
And also the steeper the hill gets, the easier it can be to learn, especially with an e-bike.
Right. Okay, so very basics there. Guys, you are listening, right?
Yeah.
We do have our keen amateur and beginner, although he's not really a beginner. And I think I'll join in a bit of this as well.
All right, so I normally start the wheelie with my left foot, which is my foot that I ride forward with. It's my strong foot out of a turn or starting out of a start gate, so I start with that foot up, normally to get the power to bring the front wheel up. And then we're like compressing a little bit and coming back at the same time. With the e-bike wheelie, the key is to have always one finger on the brake, because you don't want to be going straight back. But you've got flat pedals also. That would be the key thing if you're starting out wheelies, to have flat pedals, not clips. Otherwise you end up on your back and everyone laughs at you. I've had it happen, so you don't want to do that. Don't recommend it. Yeah, I'd say preload the bike, and then as you're pushing that foot down, then take off. So I'm probably better at showing than explaining, to be honest. You're down and then up, and then you're dragging the back brake as you go, so it just keeps it from going all the way down. Always, especially downhill, a finger on the brake. A e-bike wheelie is much more like a motorbike, so it wants to throw you back, but you've got to have that finger on the brake to control it.
Did he just go up there and turn around and come back down again?
Yeah.
What a...
We're going to get back around.
No, are you serious?
All right. We're still going, but we're in class.
Wow, fair play.
So it's like the initial preload and then leaning back needs to be timed, and you just practice that.
Go on.
And then it's holding, key is like when you're going, you hold your core tight so that you don't turn. Otherwise it wants to turn you. Well,
Harry's going over.
Harry or Jonesy, here we go. He's got it easy. Dragging the brake,
See?
no problem.
Easy, dude.
Oh, even a one-hander. He's already taken it to the next level. The worst that can happen with your flats, unless you really want to stay on the bike, is to step off the back, so you go like that.
And that's a clip.
And then that's, like I clipped out to do that one, that was cheating, but if you did that on clips and you did that, you'll fall on your back, and it's not very nice here. But you've got flats, so make the most of it. Start with your driving foot and then go. There's Jeffsy's start line. We're going to put 1, 2. So he's going to have to wheelie this distance by the end of the day, or he's paying for dinner.
Yeah, that's the gear. You're in the right gear.
If you get me doing a wheelie, I will buy dinner.
That's good.
Right,
Yeah.
so
Gun it.
Oh, almost. That was,
See, that's almost 2 meters
that was
already.
almost on the first try.
Surely
So-
you don't
so
really
the-
want to buy us dinner, do you?
The next thing is to get the front wheel that little bit higher to find the balance point. And if you find the balance point, then you won't have to pull up and hold it, you know. Here we go. You've got to get that front wheel higher, but always have the finger covering the rear brake because you're going to have to brake.
Just think, Jeffsy, Marcus is going to be lining those bikes up for you if you nail this.
Here he is.
so
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting there, but you didn't give it much of like a preload because you want to get it up. You want the wheel higher than you think, and then have the finger to brake, control the brake. Going uphill, you don't need it as much, but it will be key. So give it, yeah, you got to get back further. Here
Come
he
on,
comes.
fella.
Oh!
I think that's 2 meters, isn't it?
It was almost the back wheel. It was close.
Huh?
Back wheel was there. So,
oh, it's the back wheel, not the front wheel.
well, the front wheel. It's the
I
front.
reckon that was close.
It was pretty much it. But it's getting better.
Okay, so meanwhile, while Jeffsy goes and learns his
He's
skills,
got to practice to
bring
get the 2
Harry into
meters.
it. So guys, if you're watching at home, remember Harry has got all the kit. He's got the Trolley helmets, the fake Oakley glasses,
Oakleys.
Trolley top, Trolley trousers. I mean, you've got the look there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Let's try to put the skills down, Harry.
He looks like he can wheelie. Here he comes.
Harry can wheelie.
Oh, and he's off. That is another thing that's like a reaction. Sometimes you pull your front brake, and then that gyroscopic force of the front wheel is what holds your balance. So it's key to not brake with the front.
So Harry, so how far can you wheelie on a non-e-bike? Like 100 meters, 200, 400, a mile?
100 max.
Okay, right. So Wyn, obviously wheeling an e-bike is almost a different skill, isn't it?
It's different, yeah, because it has the power of the motor.
And you've got that back
So
brake.
you've got to be able to brake a bit more than normal.
Yeah.
Whereas the normal bike is the power of your legs, so you can control what you give, you know.
Yeah.
2 meters, let's go.
He's got 2
Oh!
meters. Hand in the air, look.
Straight out of the park. Yeah.
Hey Wyn, so while those guys are practicing their skills there, let's go through 3 variations on the wheelie, shall we?
Yeah. Okay, so, well, I'll just show as I go, I guess. First one would be dropping the hand off. You've really got to have the hand on the brake then, and that's a key point. But, and then also if you're doing the one-handed downhill, you lean back a bit more, and then you can just roll like that. Keep it steep. This is clip pedal only unless you're you got sticky shoes. The foot off.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. I like that. I'll have to try that one.
And then we have to do the no hand one.
Let's try the no hand one.
Yeah.
So we're now going from we're now going from 3 skills to 5 skills. Yeah. Okay,
One
right.
hand, 1 foot.
Yeah, and then maybe the.
Oh, the deaf spin. I'm
thingy.
like a.
I really want to do that.
I'm not quite a London wheelie boy, but I can do the deaf spin on a good
How
day.
do those guys in London through the cars?
Just practice.
That's madness, isn't it?
Actually, yesterday I took one of the guys from London that does the wheelies
Yeah,
out on the trails.
yeah. And what's the guy on Instagram called?
Which one?
Was it
Jake
loads, is
100.
there?
Yeah. So Jake 100 yesterday I took him on the trails.
Yeah, and
He was actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Because he said he loved being in the trees because it was like being in the streets with the
Right.
cars.
yeah.
But he wasn't wheeling at the time, of course.
Yeah.
But
and trees don't move.
yeah, neither do cars really.
I guess they
They
don't.
are moving, but Yeah.
I mean, are you sort of blown away by what those guys do?
Yeah, some of the stuff they can do is unreal.
At speed. At speed.
Unreal. Yeah. They're like dancing on the bike while doing a wheelie.
Yeah.
And they're all sorts of bad stuff.
And guys, that is something coming from the master of wheelies, Wyn Masters. Right.
And I'll just put in that a lot of people don't like those people because they're doing wheelies through the city in a nuisance, but it's a lot better than what they could be doing in East London. So we get the seat up for this one, the no hand one, and I've gone to eco mode. We just got to find the right gear. There we are. So I like to do that one in eco mode because in trail it gives you a bit more kick. It's harder to control when you push the power. You might go over the back and then look like a fool. We don't want to do that.
Have you seen many people do no-handed wheelies on an e-bike?
Only a couple.
I ain't seen anybody.
Yeah, Elliot Heat can do it.
Can he?
Elliot Heat's good at all the little tricks. He's a bit of a trials guy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not seen it before.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
So we go back to trail. We try and go. What do we go now?
What are we doing now?
I think we go the 1 foot, one hand.
That looks a bit wild, that.
It's like a rodeo, that one. And now we try to get the...
Oh, I need to do that. I need to do that.
Do you?
How do you do that?
Well, to turn.
So I'm gonna have to come downhill.
Downhill's definitely harder for this one, but...
So hold on, you turned and kept wheeling?
Yeah. So I dragged my foot to make the turn.
So does it help you out you're clipped in then? Will I be able to do that, do you reckon?
Yeah, it's better for flats there.
Okay.
But you've got to lean back when you're coming downhill. We're going to do the manual here with Harry. The manual's definitely easiest, unlike the wheelie, going downhill rather than up. So we'll find this nice smooth road here. We'll come down. You want to lean back a little bit further than you really think. And the same like we were doing the wheelie, have the finger on the brake and just get far back. Same sort of technique, but pull a bit more because the bike's not pushing to drive it up.
Okay.
Yep. So we go up.
Yeah.
So it's the straight legs. You use a lot your quads and your legs to really hold the bike in place. So, and you've got to hold the core tight, legs tight, and lean back. And the key is to get the bike steep enough so that it sits on the balance point and you control it with the brake. Let's go again. Here he is. Oh, easy.
Fair play, Harry.
So if you keep leaning back at that point when it was going down, go hard back again, but have your finger on the brake so it doesn't go down.
He's like, he's not really.
Yeah.
Fair play, Harry.
So then you just keep building that and keep leaning back that bit more, and then you can control the brake. You get used to modulating the brake or leaning back with your quads, and you can just hold it in place. Yeah. But on the e-bike, to be honest, it's pretty hard because of the weight here.
Yeah.
So it wants to pull your wheel down.
So not sure you noticed, folks, but Jeffsy was messaging all his mates that he's just done the 2 meters. I think, Harry, proves that you've been on an e-bike for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
And you've mastered that pretty sharpish.
Tried to anyway.
Wyn, should we take it to the next level?
Yeah, let's take it to the next level. The Laniel, I think.
Laniel.
Laniel.
Not the pub.
Not the pub, Jeffsy, not the pub. Okay, guys, now we've, not we at all, Wyn has taken things to a more advanced level. And Harry, you've never done this before. Wyn, what tips can you give Harry on what you've got on here?
Well, we're working on the Laniel, which is landing in a manual, and it was coined that by someone on Instagram that messaged me saying it should be coined a Laniel. and then everyone's calling it Laniel now. So this is a Laniel.
Yeah.
And basically you want to try to jump the jump and like intentionally just case the knuckle, the easiest way to settle the bike. And then you can lean back from there and manual down the landing. And if you go long, then you want to land with your back brake locked to settle the suspension and then go from there. And
Sounds easy, Harry.
Yeah.
Can you manual without jumping a jump?
No.
Well, the hardest part will be then is when you land,
Yeah.
when it does like come back,
Okay.
that you can control your brakes, yeah.
Right.
Because you don't want to go back.
No.
Here
But-
we go.
It doesn't often happen that you go back. Normally you'll just put the wheel down. Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a try.
The goal is to manual over the next jump though.
You reckon you could do that, Wyn?
I'll try.
You can do Laniel to Laniel?
To manual over the jump and then try and jump the next jump.
So is that a Laniel to Laniel or Laniel to manual? What is that?
Laniel to manual, yeah.
Laniel to manual, there you go.
And then hopefully jump the next jump, but that would be the dream, yeah.
That would be the dream.
Yeah.
I'd certainly be
You
dreaming.
always got to set the dreams, eh?
Guys, get stuck in.
Yeah. Oh! That was close. No cigar. I wouldn't call it a cigar, but it was definitely a Laniel.
Wyn, are you trying to jump this off a manual?
No! I'm trying to manual over it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
But that's hard.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's pretty much it, wasn't it?
Pretty much. But I would love to go right over it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah?
You really got it steeper. I could see how you steepened it back there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
To
interesting.
try and compensate for that.
It's like you totally tipped it back more than on the previous times.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, just simple, little bit of fine tuning, right?
Yeah, to try and get over that, you want the wheel to be steeper so that you don't hit the top.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Crikey.
But
Fine, slim margins.
yeah, but you got all the control here.
Yeah. On the XTR brake.
Yeah.
You
You
say-
need good brakes for this because if your brakes don't work, you're going to be on your ass and it'll be quite painful.
Yeah.
But
It's all about the maintenance, Brandon. It's all about maintenance.
if it was BMX, they'd do it with no brakes. So
Really?
some of them, yeah.
Whoa.
So
Harry's still warming up, by the way.
yeah, he's
folks.
quite
Still
nervous.
warming up.
He said manual's his weakness. Here he is, Harry. Oh! But the scary part will be when it goes back,
Yeah.
if he's not into manuals.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's
That'll
got
do.
it. Fair play.
I pretty much touched my ass on the landing, but yeah,
Yeah.
On the
you got
wheel.
That, you got that.
yeah.
Got that.
But actually, just to inform everyone, Laniels are much easier on a step up because you're going up. So you can settle your bike much easier. When you go downhill jump, it's much harder because your bike needs to be steeper to stay up.
And the forces of just pulling
Yeah,
you
it's
down the
pushing
hill.
you down, yeah.
Really tricky
When
move
you,
that.
Yeah, when you go a step up, much easier.
Yeah, that's
We'll get you doing it next time.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
Keyword there, next.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always next time.
It's always next time with me, Wyn.
All right, no, I reckon you can do it.
Okay, all right. So Wyn, what advice would you give to people who want to improve their balance, get their confidence up and increase their skills at the same time?
I'd say it all just starts with playing around here in the car park and playing with the wheelies, getting used to balance and build from there, and then you can take those skills to the trail and go from there.
Yeah. However, the biggest skill that needs to be learned today is Jeffsy getting his credit card out. Jeffsy,
No,
after
he
you.
did 2 meters. Are you going to go home and tell your wife you did 2 meters today?
Definitely.
I think
2 meters wheelie.
Yeah, I think it's the twos up he needs to explain.